Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome. It's great to have you. And our topic for you today, it's 5 more tips that will help you sell personal training. 5 more tips that will help you sell personal training. And these come from conversations we've had in the last several days, the last few weeks with trainers, in gyms that, maybe they're struggling, they're having some difficulties, and things that we've uncovered that we've been able to help them with, to improve performance. And so before we get into our topic here today, just a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can, to as many people as I can, all across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to hit that subscribe button. So if you've not yet done so, take a moment, subscribe. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And, our topic being personal training here, check out our financing and funding section below. And we can help you with point of sale financing. And so point of sale, when you're talking to a new member, okay, when you're talking to a new personal training client, we can help with financing on those programs. The whole process will take you about 2 to 3 minutes. And so what this will allow you to do is if you're selling a personal training package, say it's $1,000 a month, and let's just say it's a 6-month program that you have your customer on. So it's $1,000 a month for 6 months. Instead of waiting for that $1,000 a month to come in, you can offer financing, okay, upon approval, you will get your money up front. So instead of waiting 6 months, you're going to get it now. Okay, so a great benefit in terms of cash flow for your operation. And then what's the customer going to get? They're going to get a more flexible way to pay it off, a different way to pay it off instead of going through, your current billing company. So check out the financing and funding options below for point of sale funding. Now, with that said, our topic here, it's 5 more tips, to help you sell more personal training. 5 more tips to help you sell more personal training. Number 1, and again, this is, it comes from conversations that we have, but selling is not really selling. Selling is not really selling. Here's why I say that, is too often we put on the wrong hat when we think we're selling. Too often we think, here's what we think selling is, but we're not always correct, particularly if we're struggling at it. We probably have a different view of it. Here's how I want you to look at selling, or how I want to suggest anyway. When you look at selling, just get rid of that word if you need to, but it's solving problems for folks. It's providing solutions for them. It's providing value. Because the truth is, as long as we're process driven, when value exceeds price, people will buy. Too often we think of selling. What is selling? I ask folks all the time, get the money no matter what, go for it. Okay. But what selling is, it's solving problems for folks. And that's how I want to suggest, if you're in that situation where you're struggling, or if you're trying to help somebody who is, start thinking about this. Hey, my job's to solve problems for you. Okay. Number 2, first impressions count. First impressions count. And here's the thing I want you to recognize here. Only you know what the desired outcome here is. Your customer comes to you, or you're talking to your customer, they may know they want to lose weight. Okay, they may know that they want to feel better, but they don't necessarily know what's the outcome of this supposed to be. What's the outcome of this interaction supposed to be? Well, the outcome, we hope, is that they want to get started with us. And so what you want to do is, take charge of this, be the authority on this. Okay, don't let them kind of control this, because it's going to go in a direction that it's not going to benefit them, and it won't benefit you either. Okay, so first impressions count. Be prepared here. Okay, here's how this is going to start. And one of the best things you can do is just simply transparency on this. I'll give you one little idea that it really has helped other trainers quite a bit, is that you're doing the orientation. Okay, and you're getting ready for it. And Mary, as we begin the orientation today, I'm going to show you how we can help you lose weight and how you can keep this weight off. That's the purpose today. Okay, and as we're going through the orientation, Mary, be thinking about how I can help you lose this weight and how I can help you keep this weight off. Because, Mary, if you think that I can do that for you, I'd like to sit down and share with you, my personal training packages. Fair enough? And nearly everyone, most everyone's going to say yes to that, as long as it's presented in that manner, okay? But it really creates a transparency, and it really, in many cases, and I do that as maybe for the customer, but really I do that for you so that you're more relaxed going from the orientation, to a pricing type situation. Because you want to sit down with them. You don't want to just be standing up and giving that presentation. Number 3 on my list of 5 more things you can do that will help you sell more personal training, you want to have exceptional follow-up skills. If I could pick one thing that we're really bad at in this industry, okay, is follow-up. As a group, the industry is really poor at it. So much of this, whether it's membership or whether it's personal training, it's a little bit one and done. Okay, if they don't buy now, those things sit. And one of the things you want to think about is, we want to be following up. And I like the phone call because you want to talk to folks, but you can text, you can email, you can direct message, you can video, you can do a lot of things. Okay, do them all, find what they like, but also make sure we talk to them. But what you're trying to do, kind of look at this pen, and we're trying to go from cold to sold. We're trying to move them through. We're trying to nurture them. We're trying to maintain interest, maintain desire. But every phone call you make, every interaction you have with your customer, and you want to do it, I think, frequently, if you really think you can solve their problem. We want to be a resource center to them. We're a resource center to help them solve problems. Okay? If they're just too busy, hey, I understand you're busy. I get it. Okay, no problem. I wouldn't expect you to be ready right now. Reason I'm calling is I wanted to send you some information that can help you, with some exercise programs you can do at home, or some thoughts on some proper eating that you can do at home. I want to help because I want to move you through cold to sold. I want to nurture you. I want to help maintain interest and desire so that eventually, when the time's right, you think of me. So you really want to have exceptional follow-up skills. And one of the places I would point you here, we have a lot of this information on the channel, but check out how to make an outbound phone call and listen to what we have to say on that, because how to make that outbound phone call, you add to that resource center mindset can make this more effective for you as well. Number 4, use assumptive language. Use assumptive language. What's interesting just about basic human interactions is people have a tendency to rise to that expectation. Okay, whatever it is. If the true expectation is to do this, it's amazing what they do. Okay, and what I would suggest here, okay, and again, we found a lot of folks that kind of fall victim to this a little bit. Talk to your customer like they're already a client. Simple, easy. This is like we're having a conversation at Starbucks, right? This is not an interrogation, okay? But just talk to them like they're already a client. How would you talk to a client? Okay? Don't say, hey, well, if you decide to do this, if you think you want to move forward, talk to them. As we move forward, here's what you're going to find in 2 to 3 weeks. Here's what you'll probably experience in 6 weeks. Here's what you're going to see in 12 weeks. It'll be a complete transformation. Talk down the road. Talk next steps. Okay? But, use assumptive language when you do it. And then number 5, and I find this to be probably number 1 of all of them, okay? Resist your fear of asking. Resist your fear of asking. The biggest challenge for so many, particularly if trainers are doing it and you haven't really been through the training process, is asking for that sale. Okay, of asking for that sale. And the thing that I would just point out to you is that if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. Okay, and what we're looking for is easy ways to do this. Okay, easy ways to do it. And what I have found to be traditionally one of the easiest ways is to simply give the customer a choice. It's kind of like I was talking earlier, we want to be assumptive. Okay, and so it's not, are you going to become a client? It's in what manner are you going to become a client? And so I've given my presentation. Again, you can search the channel here for some of these processes, but it's not a matter of if you're going to do it, it's a matter of which one. And so I lay it out and I say, we have program A. We can get a better name than that, but we got program A. Here's how it works. This is going to help you lose the weight, going to help you get back into shape. Most importantly, going to keep you off that medication. Program B is going to accomplish the same thing. Here's how it works. Mary, of the two, which one's going to suit your needs the best? It's an easy way to do it. It's an easy way for the customer to say yes. It's an easy way for us to ask. Okay, so if you're struggling with some of that, try that. Now I'll give you one more thing to think about here. And this one, start, I guess what I would say first maybe is start from wherever you're at with whatever you've got. Okay, let's don't try to go from A to Z. Let's just go from A to B and keep working forward. But when you're doing that orientation, you're taking the customer through that trial workout and however you're interacting with them, that's where the selling takes place. And by definition, that's where we're solving the problem for the customer. Okay? When you get down to price, and again, I want to suggest we're always sitting down with the customer. We're not doing it standing. We're sitting down. When you get down to price, the selling is over. And now it's about asking the customer to buy. And come up with easy ways for you to do it. Okay? Mary, what do you say? Can we go ahead and get you started today? And I'll get a little past that a little bit here. But one of the things that you can do, learn to become agreeable. Okay? Being agreeable doesn't mean you're buying into it. This means you're listening. Okay? A customer says, well, hey, I'd really have to talk to my spouse before I did anything. Mary, I understand. A lot of our clients want to talk to their spouse before they get started. But what's my job? My job's to ask, okay? That's what I'm hired to do. And so we might say, Mary, I understand. A lot of our clients, want to talk to their spouse before they get started. But Mary, can you imagine the gigantic smile they're going to have on their face when you come home and say you made that commitment to lose that 20 pounds and you made that commitment to stay off medication? Mary, what do you say? Can we go ahead and get you started today? If you're struggling, try something like that. See if that works for you. Okay, and if you need help, hit me up. Hit me up in the description box below. Happy to chat with you. Happy to have a quick little strategy session on things that you might be able to do to improve upon that. But the more you can do that, because your customers, they all want to look better. They all want to feel better. They all want to live longer. And what our job is, we need to have value exceed price. And the more we can do that, the more people that you're really going to impact and really change their lives and going to create a great career for yourself. So, folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Hope you found this beneficial today. And as a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you would please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And in those links below, check out financing and funding. Check out point of sale financing, and I'm talking in this case, we can do it for membership as well, but in this case I'm talking personal training whereby you can receive your money up front. You don't have to wait for the customer to make 6 payments or whatever it is. You can get it now and your customer can get a more flexible term to pay it out if they'd like to do that. Whole process takes 2 to 3 minutes at point of sale. So click the link, check it out. I look forward to chatting to you about it, and we look forward to seeing you on that next video.